Our new merch is up now on garzapodcast.myshopify.com. We got Life Gets Heavy tees, the heaviest podcast of all time hoodies, just in time for winter, and pint glasses for your favorite beverage. Check it out at garzapodcast.myshopify.com. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. We just had Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully you had time with your loved ones, family, friends. I think this was the first year I didn't do anything. I didn't even hang out with anybody. Just my cat for a little bit because there's been some issues with his health, so I've been kind of in and out of the vet. The vet's it's a tough place because you're left with some pretty tough decisions to make. But he's currently on some medication because they don't really know what's wrong with him yet. Leo the cat. But yeah, sometimes he'll get like what's that word? Lethargic, and yeah, he'll just be in bed. So he's been going up and down with his health, but it's tough, man. It's really tough because yeah, they give you options of what to do, and so right now they took his blood, and we're going to get the results on Monday, and then depending on how that goes, they're going to do a X-ray of his stomach or a ultrasound. I think they call it, and then we're going to go from there. And hopefully they find something, because then we'll know exactly what's wrong. And if they don't find anything, then the only way to find out is do surgery, which is get a biopsy, which is pretty expensive. And from what they told me, the other option is, which is what unfortunately what some families have to go through, is the word they use is euthanize, right? Which basically kill them. So hopefully they find something with the blood, and hopefully the worst case scenario is they find something with the X-ray. So that's what I've been doing all week. Been coming here, driving back, taking Leo to the vet. I think it's important that luckily I have my parents at home that can kind of take care of him. But I think when your pet's going through something that they kind of have, I think it's important for you to kind of be there so they kind of like see you at least when they're going through something. They're approaching a new building. So yeah, that's what I've been doing the past week. So we're recording this on Friday. This obviously comes out on Monday, but yeah, they gave him some medication for nausea. So he's been roaming the backyard yesterday and today. So that's a great sign. Eating a little bit, so that's awesome. So that's what I've been doing. And yesterday I just came here, cleaned up. But luckily, family came back, and I was offered my favorite thing about Thanksgiving. Did we start off dark already? That's just where I go. If you listen to this, you already know where I'm going. But my parents gave me my favorite thing at Thanksgiving is, besides the obvious, hanging out with family when you can or friends when you can, but it's pumpkin pie. It's pumpkin pie, and I assumed that they were going to come home with pumpkin pie, so I didn't even ask them. And so went home, and boom, there it is, pumpkin pie. The best part about Thanksgiving, I touched on it on the Sui pod, but it's just crazy. Yeah, we attach senses, taste with your childhood. I don't know. Maybe that's why I love it so much. I don't know, but pumpkin pie is my favorite thing. It's sick, but it's only. Isn't it weird that only there's things that you love, but it's only great during a certain season. That kind of just hit me. Like I don't have pumpkin pie any time of the year, and that's weird because I love it. It's just weird, like how like it doesn't carry on throughout the whole year. It's kind of strange, but yeah, that was nice. I never been a big like, you know, how do you say traditional Thanksgiving meal. You know, like the turkey, the mashed potatoes, the gravy. I think other people prefer apple pie. Is that the other apple pie, right? That's the yeah apple pie. I don't know. It's never really my thing. And then you get older and realize that the meaning of Thanksgiving is I guess if you want to go dig in the history of that, it's pretty interesting. But and also to top off this subject, I want to, which we're about to look up. So Domino's Pizza is open on Thanksgiving. So I want to confirm. I want to confirm they're also open on Christmas, which is gangster. But they're for sure open on Thanksgiving. Let's see. So people ask. Let's see. Does Domino's work on Thanksgiving? According to Google, Domino's store hours will vary by location. Through the company informed USA Today that it will not require Domino's franchises to be open on Thanksgiving. So I guess it's from spot to spot. So they say call ahead to your local Domino's spot. But the ones over here are definitely open. And I want to say Christmas. I want to say they're open on Christmas too. Let's see. I wish there was like a more reliable way. But yeah, this was definitely not the first time I ordered pizza on Thanksgiving. I want to say I ordered Domino's once on Christmas. I've see now. Oh no, now it's gonna bug me. But yeah, that's what I did. It's pretty nice. Lately I've been using holidays as like alone time, just because we all need time to ourselves, and I like holidays just for that reason. Like you kind of spend time with yourself. I was in here just like cleaning up and listening to a podcast and eating pizza. It's kind of alone time's a really good time to refresh, I guess you can say. But I was gonna tie into with holidays is that people. So yeah, I am in California, and people, how do you say this? Don't drive very well. So which if you're listening to this on Monday, the Thanksgiving, you have like the Black Friday stuff and like the holiday sales. So just be really careful when you're out driving. You could feel it when you're driving, like on their freeway. I could kind of feel people's like frantic energy. Like one of my pet peeves is that people don't use their blinker when they're driving. It's a pet peeve of mine. I don't know what it is. It's like, dude, like you're driving a fucking death machine on wheels. So yeah, kind of no one's using their blink. Everyone's in and out of the lanes. I'm just kind of chilling in the back, a little bit more self-aware. Because everyone's probably in a hurry to get home to their families, which is understandable. But when was it? It was Monday. It was last Monday, driving up here, and like an accident happened right. You know, sometimes an accident will happen right in front of you. Like it happens to the car in front of you. And for some reason, it was like time was moving slow. Like I could see, I I can see the smoke coming up from the freeway. So a car, not the car in front of me, but the car in front of that, there was I could probably put on their brakes really, really hard, and there was smoke coming up, and I could kind of see it. And I don't know, it was like this, kind of felt like I wasn't driving anymore. Like I was kind of, I don't know. Which this is not the first time I felt this way while driving, but it was weird. Like I kind of saw like the accident kind of taking place before it took place, and someone's wheel flew off and was coming at me. So I calmly turned on my blinker to the left side, and thankfully there wasn't a car there. It kind of weaved around the accident and the debris. I think that was that word. It was strange. But I kind of looked over to my right, kind of looked at the cars, and it wasn't like a fatal. It wasn't a serious accident. It was like I think a little bit above. It was just a fender bender, but not that lightly. It was an accident. But it's like, wow, that day could have changed. That day could have changed real quick when you're just driving to your next location, and yeah, things can change real quick. Anyway, before I go on, I'm already ranting, but Jay, what did you do on Thanksgiving? It is Friday.
Yeah, just chilled with my wife, her family, cooked a bunch of food. Wanted to go visit my family, my sister and her baby. Yeah, had some good family time.
Nice.
Just to kind of reconnect a little bit.
Did you gain any weight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ate a bunch of carbs and stuff.
Yeah. What's your favorite carbs during Thanksgiving?
Let's see. What do I have the most of?
Oh no.
We had like a little vegan turkey set up.
Yeah, vegan turkey?
Yeah. That's cool.
Oh yeah, because Jay is a vegetarian.
Yeah.
You had a vegan turkey.
Yeah, had a little sneaky vegan turkey on the side in the oven.
Man, you had that sneaky vegan turkey on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
What does your family think about that?
They like to give me shit for it. They're like, when you're gonna eat some real food.
Dang, you get punked on Thanksgiving?
A little bit, but it's good. I mean, something like this.
Whoa,
it's cool.
What does a vegan turkey taste like?
Tastes like kind of like, I guess it tastes like turkey. I don't know, like soy protein chicken, vegan chicken type of stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty. You put some mushroom gravy on it,
And mushroom gravy.
Yeah, I burnt it a little bit, so I had to put some gravy on it. But yeah.
Is there a animal product in gravy? There is, right?
Well, we make our own from scratch.
Nice.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, we made like a mushroom one.
Mushroom gravy on a vegan turkey. Do you have like a favorite brand
of the turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably this. What is it? Gardein.
Because you actually brought up a great point. I mean, obviously that the mainstream cliche thing is to have a turkey on Thanksgiving, but a lot of people don't eat meat. So yeah, what's like a good?
Yeah, a Gardein, I guess. This is the one that we get.
Is this it?
Plant-based turkey roast.
Ooh, turkey roast.
So it's got a little bit of like stuffing in there and shit. Keeps the vibes, the traditional vibes kind of thing.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, when you're hanging out with your family, like you gotta eat something.
Yeah, I
You
mean, we
know,
had a bunch. We had,
you gotta.
the staples, the mashed potatoes, the cream corn, the green bean casserole, all that, all the staples.
Is there meat and stuffing?
Uh, well, my lady made vegetarian friendly stuffing.
Oh, okay, nice,
Yeah, I don't know what she put in there, but
sick.
it's pretty good.
Does the stuffing typically have meat though? Like,
I don't think so. I think it's mostly like bread, kind of toasted bread and stuff.
because meat always like finds its way to sneak into things that you don't think have meat in them. You know,
Yeah,
it's tough.
it's more like herbs. It's like this kind of herbs and seasoning, and I think my lady puts like celery and
Celery sucks.
yeah, I like celery. It's cool. Yeah,
Only people that eat a fucking vegan turkey like celery.
I know.
I'm kidding. It has to it has to be like called for.
It's
You
good.
know, it has to like
It's crunchy.
it's crunchy.
About it. That's about it.
Jay loves it when it's crunchy, dude.
Get that crunch in.
Get that crunch, dude. I also had some Reese's peanut butter cups. That was cool. And it was a very complete. It was a very complete day. It was very very complete. Well, cool, man. Sounds like you had a really good day. It was obviously you had a day off,
Yep.
a much needed day off.
Yeah. Get the little holiday.
But we're back in here Friday.
We're back.
Jay's like, dude, can I have the day off? I'm like, no. I'm just kidding. No, it's fine. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving. It was I mean, Thanksgiving lasts the whole weekend, right? Because for most people, they have they take Friday off. And do they go back to work on Monday?
Yeah, usually it's back to work.
Okay,
Usually it's
back.
Thanksgiving and then the Friday. So it's like a 4-day weekend type deal
It's back.
for, usual kind of workplaces, I guess.
You know what job I wouldn't want to have during this time is anything that involves the mall. Real quick, this solo episode is brought to you by Sweetwater, the #1 online retailer for pro audio and music instruments. Whenever the band or myself need anything for a tour, we always go to Sweetwater. Their customer service is the best and fastest. If you need any music gear and want to support the podcast, click the link in the description below so they know that you came from here. And now, back to the episode.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, those Black Friday... Have you seen those videos, dude? Of people shopping on Black Friday, dude? People turn nasty, man.
Yeah, I don't know if that
It's-
still happens, though. Do you think that still happens these days? Mostly it's online.
Oh, yeah, true, huh?
But yeah, that was definitely a thing back then, like people dying and shit.
Oh, like, dude, how many deaths have happened during a Black Friday sale? Black Friday death count.
There's actually a...
Is this real?
Yeah, I guess it's a dedicated server.
Okay, so we're on for those of you just listening, we're on blackfridaydeathcount.com. So this is a real website because we're on there and we're looking at it. And the count is 17 deaths, 125 injuries, and it also tells you the year and exactly what happened. So let's go in 2021. Oh, this is bad. Shooting at Northeast Austin Walmart. Dang.
2 people. Chicago.
Wait, so suspect at large? So I wonder if they caught that fucking person.
Oh, there's a link.
Well, it's been 3 years, so hopefully they fucking caught that person.
Yeah, it's interesting. 3 years. So that's kind of what I was saying. Is like I think that was a thing of the past, largely.
Yeah, 2021, fucking.
For sure, before like more brick and mortar store shopping. But now it's shifting to online.
What's that movie with Jingle All the Way, right? With Arnold, when he's trying to find
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
The fucking kid wanted Turbo Man.
There is a lot of truth to that story, man. You know, so it's a lot of truth to that. Seeing people shot, like, man, I would not want to. But yeah, I really didn't think about like the online impact of that. So hopefully, it softens the blow. Hopefully. Um, but yeah, real quick. Sundays are usually my like recharge days. That's wait. Let's watch one real quick. So 30 and St. Black Friday.
Oh, this is how it used to get.
Yeah, so this is how it used to get. People just freaking out, dude.
Mayhem.
Said, man, I really want this TV, and I will beat up an old lady for this TV. People get weird when there's like deals and free stuff. I remember, I haven't thought about this in years. I remember my dad took me to an Angels game. It was probably like 9 or 10. You know how like in between, look this. There's mostly moms, sick, older people just freaking out. Nice. And like and in between endings, like people will come out with these like kind of like bazooka looking guns, and they'll fire off like free shirts and like these baseballs and stuff. And I remember like one came right at me, and I had it in my hand. It was like this like stuffed softball kind of thing. And I remember like now thinking about his age, he was probably early 40s, a grown adult man with a fanny pack. I remember the fanny pack, and just pushed me out of the way like I was other grown man, and got so shit like this. And that moment just stayed with me. Like, dude, a grown man. You're a grown man. Probably definitely 6 feet tall. Definitely 6 feet tall. Like 6'3", 6'4". Probably hits the gym. He wasn't like some out of shape person. And I remember he just pushed me out of the way like I was other grown man. And that moment really stuck by me. Yeah, people just get weird when there's like free stuff. Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Be careful out there. But yeah. Speaking of free stuff, yeah. Sundays tend to eat, depending on like how the weekend's looking. My refresh day tends to be on Sunday, which is date night. Get some dinner with the lady. We try to go to my favorite spot, which is Lamppost Pizza. Like it's kind of like a family pizza joint. And but it's football season, so we'll kind of look at the parking lot and see if it's full or not. And if it's full, then we go across the street to another spot. It's also a pizza spot though. We have this arugula salad, pretty sick. We get the salad. We either put like a side of meatballs or something. You know, just greens and protein. Try to, do our best. I don't know if you remember the story I told you last time about my drinking issue in public. That I almost got into a full-on fight with an angry, drunk football dude. I have stuck by that. If I'm with my lady, I will not drink more than one drink or two. Since then, it's always been one. So it's chilling. So seems that moment has worked. It's crazy how something needs to happen to us for us to change. It's just weird. But yeah, we're just having our salad, and I was approached by a young gentleman, and this pizza spot is in like a shopping complex, and we'll like walk. I remember like walking past this shoe store. It's called United Kicks. So shout out to United Kicks on Main Street in Corona. So you need some shoes. You're in the Corona area. Check out that spot. I was approached by a young man named Dom. Really cool guy. I remember he was wearing this is actually a website. He was wearing a Knocked Loose hoodie, so obviously he's familiar with the with the music. Can talk about the band and the podcast. So I was really, really cool guy. He went over and back to the store and got some merch. So I'm wearing this shirt. So shout out to the free merch. And yeah, so shout out to you, Dom, and thank you for also getting a shirt for my lady. Because sometimes you'll get free stuff and it's just weird because you're with somebody, So that was a very, I just want to say publicly, that was a very classy move. Not just for me, but I think it's something from a lady as well. Very cool. Just want to give you a quick shout out. I think we're also since we're on at shout outs, if you're just listening, I'm wearing a Adidas beanie. I'm wearing a Adidas beanie. It's also from the Korn drop. Pretty cool. Shout out to Joe Ling and Ben from Adidas for sending me the third Korn drop. I felt pretty cool. Really appreciate that. In my room currently, there may or may not be a tracksuit, and so that's pretty sick. And I'm a short. I am short, I guess, by like average. So yeah, that's a tracksuit. I have the blue one. It's pretty sick. It's just really. I'm a short guy, pretty skinny, so it fits really big on me. The jacket's good. I just need to get the pants. What's that word? Hemmed. Hemmed.
Yeah, a little tailored, a little bit.
Tailored. Okay, tailored. So I'm gonna get that tailored. I'm trying to think where I would wear it. Where would you wear a tracksuit? Fuck it.
You got to wear it on the pod.
I should wear it on the pod, huh?
Go out to shows, fucking.
Should I go out to a show wearing the Korn tracksuit?
I think so.
Jay, appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I should go to a show wearing the tracksuit, huh? That's just.
Oh yeah, and then people are, they want to take photos, and it's fucking, oh shit, the guy with the tracksuit.
Well, I'm fully prepared to be the guy with the tracksuit. I'm fully prepared for that. I also got that. I got some socks, the long sleeve, the sandals I wanted. Pretty sick. So I got that flannel too. So man, really fucking cool, man. All right, so I'm gonna get that tailored ASAP, and I'll be wearing it at shows. I'll go to Chain Reaction wearing the tracksuit. Pretty cool. I wonder how if you take it somewhere to get professionally tailored, can they do anything? Like if it's really big, can they really fix it? Like I wonder how advanced they are. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get my tracksuit tailored, and I'm gonna look fucking sick out there in public. But yeah, shout out to Adidas as well and Joe Linger Ben. Really, really fucking cool, man. I know I expressed like, we're all like, we all have our own lives. We're all under our own stress, our own pressures. I think the stress is giving me spots in my face. I don't know if it's a birthmark. I'm kind of subconscious of it. But so moments like that, just like, after a day, you're just like, what the hell's going on? And walked in, I saw a box. I'm like, damn, this is pretty fucking cool, man. It's really cool. But yeah, I think we're ready to move on. I think we should go on to some fan questions. We have like 3. Hope I didn't rant for too long. Sometimes I'm just talking and like the time just flies. So okay, before we play this one, this is from John Miller. He actually gave us our first ever video question on the solo pod, so I thought it'd be really cool to bring it back in here and kind of thank you to you, John, for kind of starting this thing. And also real quick, because I will forget when I start talking, is that we're trying to figure out a way for you to submit video questions, written questions, and voicemail. So we're currently trying to figure that out. We're still in the process of trying to catch our breath right now. This thing's just coming out, but we're trying to figure out a professional way to do that. and we'll probably put it up on the website or something. But also, last but not least, I forgot to say it at the top of the episode, but so this idea crossed my mind, and I kind of wanna. So we have the song in the beginning of the podcast, right, and at the very end. It'd be kind of cool if maybe like we have other songs play, like so I kind of want to put it out there. Maybe you could submit a song if that's possible, like, and it could become the new theme song to the podcast. So there's a way, you have any ideas, feel free to write a song or a couple riffs, some lyrics, some sing on it. It doesn't have to be full on deathcore. It doesn't have to be new metal. It could be singing. It could be some uplifting thing. There's no, I'm open to pretty much anything. So I think it's really cool to maybe have a fresh song to open up the new year. We're also doing other things to freshen up the new year. But I was like, I kind of popped in my head, like maybe like a new theme song would be pretty cool. So yeah, if you have any ideas, feel free to shoot me a DM. I will answer it. And also, I'm also in the process of cleaning my DMs because they are a mess. I might need to start over. I might need to delete everything. But if anything comes up, I will look at it. I will find it. So you have something. I'm gonna figure out a way to get the full on track. But yeah, anyway, if you're interested in sending a song, please do, and I will listen to it. And hell yeah, let's go to the first question. Let's crank it.
Cool. All right. Your boy, Sir Edward?
Sir Edward, come on.
Hey Garza, how's it going? The question I have is, has being in the music industry and being in a band changed the way you perceive music as a fan? Going to shows, following bands, all that kind of stuff. Has being a part of it changed how you feel about it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the main one, I think I talked about it already. The main one is it affects your, which thank you for your question, by the way. One of the worst things of any profession is it takes away your innocence. So any band, any song, any record, any show, it's like you kind of have this filter. You kind of like, who recorded the song, who's their sound person, all this be a little bit better, all that, they pick a corners here, or they have a lot of money, they spend it here. Like, you just have that filter, and it definitely sucks. It takes away like the innocence of it, and the only way I figured out how to kind of, how do you say this, kind of make your filter less there is going to a lot of shows, listening to a lot of bands. I'll kind of help out with your filter. But that's definitely it just takes away your innocent ear. That definitely sucks. You definitely see stuff like I'm trying to figure out a way how to say this without just coming off as a complete asshole. Well, just people are there for different reasons. You kind of see like there's definitely a big fakeness at shows. There's definitely some clout chasing going on, and so that'll kind of like ruin like your view on like some bands and stuff, and just the music industry as a whole. Like it's kind of like just, but you gotta, for me at least, I just ignore it, and I'll keep certain people at a distance or just remain cordial. But so yeah, that gets really not fun. But I think that's it. Without going too deep into it, it takes away your innocent ear, and you see you could kind of see like who's real and who's not, and you kind of don't you don't let that affect your opinion of the music itself. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. And we have two. I think we have two written ones. But yeah, John, thank you for your question and thank you for being part of this journey, man. All right, it feels like heck. That's pretty cool name. What inspires your riffs? What inspires riffs? I mean, the short answer is everything. I mean, you could find inspiration with things not even involved in music. Books, movies, talking to a friend. Yeah, I was just thinking about this. Like my favorite book of all time is The Alchemist, and it's a red book, very very simple. You don't have to be a reader to enjoy it. You don't have to understand even the story to enjoy it. Yeah, that this is it. I mean, I'm not special. This book is massive. I think it's sold like millions and millions of copies. The author is from Brazil. I still can't pronounce his name. I've heard it pronounced quite a few ways. Like Polio. Let's see. Sold as of 2023. The Alchemist by Polio Coelho has sold over 150 million copies worldwide. So I'm not like special. I mean, this is a very well-known book. It blew up. Definitely not. I guess what made the books, what made this book even more special was his failures and the failure of this book. This book was actually a failure when it came out. It took. So this book came out. It sold 2 copies in the first year. One of the biggest books on the planet sold 2 copies in the first year, and the second copy was to the person that bought the first one. So he got released from, I think, the current publisher, and then I believe a couple years have passed, and he was just knocking on all the doors of different people that could put it out. This one other publisher took a chance on the author, re-released the book, and then slowly started to sell 1,000, 2,000 copies just by word of mouth alone. And what happened was, I believe, was it a publisher? I forgot who went to South America. It was either a publisher or someone bought the book, and then wanted to bring the book to the States and translate it, and which is what. So yeah. Anyway, so they translated the book, put out with a pretty big publisher. I want to say it was starts with the H, and he did like all this press and nothing still. But I guess it's slowly by word of mouth started to get around, and then like some celebrities were found with the book in hand. At the time, Bill Clinton was the president. So someone took a picture of Bill Clinton with the fucking book in his hand, and then it took off. It just fucking took off. Years later. I wonder if we could find that fucking picture. HarperCollins was the main publisher. But yeah, type in Bill Clinton. Yeah, I think that's the picture. I don't know if that's it. I think he was like walking out of the White House, and then he had the book in hand. But yeah, it just blew up. So that book, still, if I need some inspiration, um, it's the simplicity of it and the ability to put yourself in a story, no matter where, no matter what walk of life you are, you kind of put yourself in it. And so that book has given me a lot of inspiration as recently as from years ago. I probably read this when I was early 30s, like 30, 31. And I'll reread it as, recent as within the last month. Just kind of just looking through it, reading the story, and you get inspired. And sometimes, I never really heard people talk about inspiration in this way, where sometimes you don't need to be inspired. You just need, sometimes you need to get reminders, or how do I say this? Or just get like reminders, or just get like a little boost of energy sometimes. And this book definitely does that. So it's crazy to think about. You could read something and be inspired to write a riff, or you watch a movie and that'll make you want to play your instrument. It could be a movie, or something that I've been doing recently is, I'll do this with podcasting. I'll do this with, I'll watch a podcast, or I'll watch an interview, or watch a movie, and I'll just watch it, and subconsciously, I'm trying to turn off my brain, and I'll be riffing. I'm kind of be like riffing there, watching, listening, and then my hands will do something different, and sometimes something will stick. We're like, just like no brain. It's like kind of like watching, and then I'm like, oh shit, what's this riff? And then I'll press pause and I'll just turn on my quad cortex and fucking start going. And you get that shower, driving in your car, anything that kind of puts you on autopilot. That autopilot kind of mind, where the idea is trying to let yourself come through. So movies will be inspiring, podcasts will be inspiring, interviews with your favorite artists, it's always inspiring, either a written one or YouTube. Still listening to older records, still listening to your favorite bands. That kind of reignites something from your childhood. Those kind of never stop. Korn still inspires me. Still, years later, you're talking fucking 23, 33. Fucking, yeah, 13, 23. Yeah, well over 20 years later, still the same song. It'll be the same fucking song, the same fucking record, but it still hits. Put on "Got to Life" by Korn, and still it's like, wow, it's just kind of something. I think it's because you just want that like inner child to be awakened. And we do need help with that sometimes, which older movies do that. Again, older records will do that. Maybe even, I thought about this just right now. We were talking about pumpkin pie earlier, like just things that like kind of turns off that adult brain, because that shit gets in the way. It's just fascinating. Like I'm just trying to like just undo things I learned, to go back to like that kind of innocent, not knowing childlike. I do that with podcasting. I know a lot of people don't like that, but try to approach like an interview like as like a child, just asking questions I would my younger self would ask. Being willing to look dumb, sound dumb, But anyway, I hope that helps. Inspiration is a crazy thing. It's a crazy, especially the older you get. It just comes from like everywhere. You know. Sometimes I guess I'll close out this way. Some days it comes easy. Some days it just you gotta fucking look for it. You gotta fucking look. Look. It could be again, it could be a word from a book. It could be something happened to me this week. I was like, what? Fuck, like what? What was it? Shit, I know it's not gonna come to me. It's pretty deep, but driving around. I'll go to okay. I'll close it with this. I'll go to Sam's Club to get gas, and I like this opportunity because when you're getting gas, there's nothing else you can do. You're getting gas. I try to I'll keep my phone in the car on purpose, and there's like this. I'll look at the road, and it's just a lot of white noise going on. It's a lot of white noise, and there's trees around this kind of gas station structure, and I'll be there. Usually, I'm around there like 9 a.m., which tends to be not as much traffic around that time. Excuse me, Sounds Club, and I'll just look at the leaves. I'll look at the sun hitting the leaves. I'll look across the street at other gas station. I'll look at the sky, at the clouds, see how it's just things that kind of get you, kind of attached to your body and you. And sometimes, a memory might pop up, or there'll be a moment where you could clear your mind to where something might hit you later on in that day. Sometimes you got to do things where things can kind of hit you later on in the day. The gym will help. Gym will be very inspiring. Clean out all that bullshit. It's bullshit, like this, just like this monkey energy, like primal shit. Just get it out of the way, and then you're driving or you're walking around and you have a clear mind, and there's these riffs will start kind of popping in there. But yeah, hopefully that helps. Good luck. Cool. Next one.
I had a little question
Sure.
to add to that. How does it like come out like as heavy? Like the inspiration ultimately results in heavy shit.
Jay asked wow, that's a great question. It is so fascinating how our brains work, and ideas sometimes will not. Most of the time, actually, they don't come fully formed. Sometimes the thing you get in your head is just the thing that makes your ass sit down and start playing. And when you start playing, that energy and that sound you have in your mind will go into something completely different. So it'll be like I find that you'll play a clean riff. It's playing clean or an acoustic part. It gets you kind of like emotional. You're now you're out of your mind. And then, so how does that turn heavy? And so, okay, I'm playing clean. Okay, now I'll add some like distortion on it. Okay, now this progression or the notes of the simple ass chords. Okay, now I'm tremolo picking. That same thing. And it sounds nothing like from what it was, but it kind of builds and builds. But now I'm tremolo picking. Okay, now I'll add some chugs around, or like some top string stuff, like some harmonics, and then bloody chords, and go back to that progression. And when the riff was like an acoustic, like not happy sounding, but like it's just like a nice little like chord progression, and then that heavy riff might turn into something completely different. So I've learned ideas will not come fully formed You have to actually sit down and like kind of form the idea, and it will either be similar to what you have in your head, or it'll guide you into somewhere completely different, like completely different. And yeah, Jay with the sick ass question.
Sick.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I was just wondering, because the inspiration can strike anywhere and
Totally.
could be emotional, and then I guess you kind of dress it up with the heaviness.
Totally.
Build it over time. Refine it and stuff.
No, you put it way better than me. It's true.
Cool.
It's very true. All right. Last written question. I saved the dark for last. Okay. Desert Slams AZ, which I recognize your name. What makes you forget about your draining feelings? So yeah, I wanted to save the dark one for later. What makes you forget about your sad feelings? What do I do? I mean, music.
What is your draining? Like, what are your draining feelings first, and then
Yeah.
how do you forget about those?
Mm-hmm. Draining feelings. I think draining is a very universal word. Draining could be like a sad, maybe just draining could be something that just sucks you from your energy. So I'm using it as like a universal term here, the word draining.
Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Something that sucks that out.
Yeah, it's at least for me, in my experience, it's like your past will have a way to creep up on you, and it seems no matter what I do, it's always there. It could be failures, which failures will tend to become demons that they always say demons in your closet. So failures tend to turn into demons that go into your closet, and they always pop out, and they'll tend to manifest. But for me, it's definitely failures. Because failures will tend to, you're always trying to fix it, and you're always trying to process your own feelings, and which are not real. Like, even though the failure was you, even though you can't change it, you can still move on from it, and you have to process these things, these real moments in your life. You have to process these feelings in a healthy way, and not manifest them in destruction. Which for me, it's music does help me. I don't know what it is. Seven does for me. Like, literally, like that. I say this a lot, but that record, Animosity, like, I'll drive here sometimes, and I'll just listen to that record. Literally, I'll just press play. No podcast helps me. Korn doesn't help me. Guitar won't help me. It's so weird. Like, I'll play that one record, Animosity, and it's just like, after a few songs, I'm just like, I feel physically different. 99 to 100% of the time. It's, I don't know what it is. I attach myself to Morgan, their drummer, and their riffs, the Clint style riffs. I don't know, maybe they really channeled their demons, and maybe they just, I don't know, something connects there. So music will help with your sadness, unnecessary sadness, things that you can't change, or mistakes that you can't take back. But there's that, and then being active. Gym will help me kind of get out that bullshit. We're talking earlier about that also inspires riffs, like the gym, getting active, going out for walks. Going out for walks with music or without music. Sometimes it's letting your mind just go. Going out for a walk and just letting the mind just go. Just go. Thinking about these things. What do I feel about them? Journaling. I always talk about journaling. That helps me process. What is this? The journal has stopped me from quitting this thing and quitting the band. I mean, a number of times. It's getting like, because sometimes we don't really know what we're feeling until we actually see the words, like literally like looking at the words. Okay. Like, okay, that's what I'm feeling. Literally like your feelings are literally staring back into your eyeballs. And that's kind of a cool tool to reprocess, feelings and whatever you might be going through at that particular moment. Playing guitar, I am lucky in that regard where I have the guitar to kind of express things. Anytime I'm struggling, sad, happy, pissed, I wish there was no shortage of that. I'm very lucky. I have this thing next to me, and I could put down some riffs on Logic, bring it to the guys, turn it into a sound, and then that's what you hear. So I am lucky that I could channel some feelings in that. But quiet time, boring shit. I always say this, boring shit, like reading books or just connecting. You could connect with characters in books, or just whoever wrote that book. You kind of connect to the author without even knowing or trying. Making time to hang out with friends, having that connection. Me and Jay were just talking about this just now. Like, especially you're an introvert, like you're at like this weird crossroads, like almost every day, where you're a person that keeps to yourself. You're very introspective. You need your time to yourself, but it's in your DNA where you need to connect with people. So it's this weird daily thing, and I get it. It's like you want to keep to yourself, but also there's just like this human connection part that's inside of you that you just need. So going out connecting with friends is also very helpful. Not like an everyday thing and use that as an excuse to procrastinate like your work, but it's getting that, having those deep conversations with other humans, I find is very important. Which could be, that even could be from your boyfriend, girlfriend, non-binary partner, or what have you. Okay, maybe this is a more simple way to do it. Having another human to bounce your that's gonna genuinely listen to you bounce your feelings off of is very important. Which I'm very lucky. I could have I've had a few people I could just talk. They're not gonna judge me. They're not gonna throw in their advice. It's just basically the response is for your best interest. So yeah, I think we pretty much covered that. Anyway, I hope that helps. Being human's hard, man. It's fucking hard. No one has it down. I always say this, like being, I'm 38. Being comfortable in my skin. You're mid-30s. Like understanding my feelings and knowing who I am. We're talking 35. I think people kind of put too much emphasis on what they see on social media. This person looks happy when actually they're not happy. That's just what they put out there, and they put a fucking filter. It's fake as fuck. Couples that are and toxic relationships will put out in social media that they're perfect. You don't really know. We're all humans. It's hard to navigate what's going on inside our bodies. And I think a big problem is people put out a illusion that they have it under control, which they don't. And people want to feel comfortable in their own skin, which is really hard. Again, I don't have that answer. Fucking, I felt that when I was 35. So anyway, good luck to you. Being human's fucking weird, man. Being human is fucking weird. I think I covered Write a Song for Us. I think we're ready to tackle some couple current events.
Cool. Let's see. I guess the headline, Sick New World, not happening.
Is this not happening? Sick New World's not happening. Okay, well, I know why this is not happening. And you call me biased, but the reason why this festival's not happening is because it didn't put Suicide Silence on it. Mm-hmm. So they got that bad juju. See what happens when you don't put SS?
Fucked up.
Yeah, you fucked up. But in all seriousness, Sick New World always has sick ass lineups. Pun intended and unintended. They're fucking. It's a great festival. It really is. So it's sad that this is happening. I wonder what happened. Who knows?
According to Trevor Dunn from Tomahawk, I guess he let it slip during an interview. It's not officially announced.
It's not.
But it seems maybe it's a little expensive lineup.
I mean, it is. It is Metallica.
Put them in the red there.
I'm sure they cost more than $1 million pennies.
Yeah.
I think we talk about. Wait, how much?
That's 10 G's.
Yeah, it's 10 G's, right? So $1 million pennies is 10 G's. Wow. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, $1 million pennies is $10,000. What is 10 million pennies? 10 million pennies
100.
is 100K. That makes sense.
Just add a zero.
Well, it sucks. I hope they, in all seriousness, I hope they figure out the issue. But it's a really cool festival, and I want to see it keep going. But it just goes to show, if you don't put us on your festival, it's bad luck. It's bad luck. So good luck to you.
We had the Knock Loose, a Jimmy Kimmel performance.
Well, congrats to Knock Loose for playing Jimmy Kimmel live. Pretty sick. What's up with parents saying shit? What's been going on there?
No, it's weird. I guess it was a little too heavy for their kids or something.
Oh my goodness!
So they demand an apology.
Oh, get out of here! You know what this? You know what this reminded me of? I think this was senior year in high school. It was in my history class, and for some reason, like the teacher will let you play music on the stereo, that little fucking like jukebox stereo, and we put on Slipknot. We put on the first Slipknot record, and there was this girl in there. This girl, and she was like, she looked genuinely bothered, not annoyed, like she was listening to like Satan music or something. I was like, and it kind of hit me in that moment. Oh shit! Not everyone knows this music exists. That this was her first introduction to like heavy music, and she looked like genuinely like disturbed. Probably her parents. She might have been sheltered or something. I was like, dang, like she is bothered. But I mean, yeah, for some people, this could be like their first time ever hearing, heavy stuff, but hopefully Kimmel does not apologize. Let's let it happen. The moment you apologize, it's over. Congrats to him though. It's awesome. And also just in general, like people are gonna hate on whatever you do. If you do anything, people will have something to say that's negative. I learned that from Tony Robbins. This dude donates money, serious money, and feeds, I think, in the families, millions, and people talk shit on that. It's like you're not. It's impossible to win. But was it raining?
Seems like it was raining. A little drizzle.
What a vibe.
A little rain and fire.
Yeah, the thing is, for some people, this is like their first time seeing Moshin. Oh, it is raining. Nice. And you got to have pyro. If you don't have pyro, then that's sick. Well, congrats to Knock Loose. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for their singer to say, Brian, I'm gonna call you out publicly. I'm waiting for you to tell people why you play music. Which I haven't heard you tell the story yet. Which is, to be honest, I'm not too stoked on. But I'm sure it'll come up. You know, tell people what your first show was. You know, it's just things like that. It's why I'm always like, I always say things publicly about bands I've enjoyed and saw when I was a child.
Not the first heavy band to be on TV.
No, that was like, why are people saying that, dude?
People forget.
Knock Loose, no disrespect, dude, but Slipknot playing Heretic Anthem, sorry. And this will never be touched.
I mean, it was insane.
Conan is the GOAT.
Conan is the GOAT.
Conan is the GOAT. When you let Slipknot play Heretic Anthem, dude, this is crazy, dude. This is nuts. Dude, this is the heaviest shit ever. Yeah, I mean, bands like us and, you know, Iowa is the Bible, you know, of like how heavy can you take things, you know. And that's, what was that? That was 2001?
Yeah.
Dang. I don't know if that moment will ever be topped. Cause not just the music, it's the
aesthetic.
The aesthetic, the time,
the song.
that the song itself.
I'm a pop star threat and I'm not dead yet. Lyric.
Yeah, it's
on
just
TV type shit.
like that has a lot of deep meanings. Yeah, that's why that will never be topped.
Yeah. Well, yeah, not the first heavy band on TV.
No.
But it's trending, I guess.
It's trendy to say. You know, that's what's going on right now. But it's cool. Okay, we'll do one more. I think this is what we can close on. But anyway, dude, honestly, congrats to Knock Loose. That's fucking sick.
I mean, it's a win for heavy music. More eyes, you know.
People forget it's us versus everybody else. If it's heavy in any facet, if it's anything that has to do with metal, it literally you forget it's us versus everybody else, not like band to band, you know. So this is it's pretty sick. Anything that we could do to push the genre forward. But when are we gonna get Suicide Sounds on there? Come on,
dude, it'll happen.
Shout out to Metal Injection, Charlie, Benante. Spotify is where music goes to die. I wonder if he was kidding.
He's talking about there's no music industry. I guess he's kind of addressing the disposable aspect of streaming and stuff. I could just skip a track.
I mean, thing with Spotify, you kind of see this with the older artists because they have something to compare it to. Mm-hmm. When there is, you know, probably money in record sales, and it's not like it was. I'm pretty sure. I understand because my brain goes there too. You know, we used to sell records and, but you do make the money elsewhere. I'm not rich by any means, especially right now, but if you have people discovering your band on Spotify, they're going to go see you live. So that's why you draw more people. So it's kind of like, where are you losing the money, you know? It's a different time. I think it's kind of a jaded thing to say. You know, no disrespect to Charlie. He is a legend playing in Pantera as well, but it's a different time. You know, you kind of have to be in. You kind of have to be in, like really in what's going on with music to understand what's happening, and it's just different. Is it better or worse? I don't think it goes either side. You know, it's just a different way. Bands will come up in this time with this way. You know, so if your band is sick, people are going to listen to it and go see you live. You know, I really don't see. Spotify it's a big tool. If you don't like Spotify, take your music off Spotify. Stop talking shit. It's just, if you don't like it, get your music off. And then when we stop, you're like, oh, well, I want my music back on there. You know, Spotify, I think, is a great place to find new music. I'm constantly finding new bands on there. Obviously, like the royalty is, you know, it is what it is. It's hard to say, man, because I mean that's a whole other issue, because when Spotify first came out, no one really knew what was going to happen. That was impossible. That was really impossible to tell what was going to happen. Like, you can't really predict the future, you know. I mean, there's quotes of some artists way back in the day saying streaming was going to be the future, but it really is impossible to foresee this kind of thing. But word has it, Spotify made deals with the labels. So those deals were made, and then Spotify publicly gets shit on for it, which I don't think is their fault. I think it's actually like the labels, which they tend to make deals. We sign them as stupid artists. You imagine that there's stories of when CDs first came out, and those weren't included in deals. And for us, we signed deals where the streaming wasn't a thing, you know. And they're still trying to like negotiate contracts, how exactly the percentages work. You know, it's not. There's no one way yet. Well, one, there's no one way in general. There's not. There's multiple ways. Look how not. I mean, we were just talking about Not Loose. They seem to be doing very well. All the big bands that play heavy shit, they're doing very well. So there's no one way. I mean, you see Sleep Token playing Download. They don't sell any records. Why? Because there's more than one way to get to the top of the mountain. You know, there's just more ways. It's funny, like when we were coming up, if anything, what he's saying is wrong, because we came up in such a weird time where like records were just starting to not sell, but the first week still mattered. But it's funny how at least for me, like you're so programmed in your mind, oh, your band has to get signed. It has to do this. And if you don't do this, your band sucks. And if you don't do the music video and get signed and do 3 records and get in arenas, then your band sucks and you're a failure. I remember like that programming I had, that bands like from the 90s really programmed. Oh wait, this has to be the blueprint, so we're going to do this. But turns out as time passed, and I literally had to start a fucking podcast to kind of undo all this programming. Hey, there's more ways to get your music out there. There's more ways to be, I guess you could say, successful playing music. And I literally, for me, I had to undo the programming that the 90s bands did. It's like, oh wait, this is not the way. And there's actually very incredible bands coming out, you know. Bring Me the Horizon is fucking massive. Sleep Token is massive. Not Loose is doing very well. Bands like us are drawing more than ever, selling more merch than ever, and Spotify is, you can't hate Spotify for that. You know, people can, you know, I remember when Spotify was like, oh, this is serious. Like, if I could go on Spotify and type in like, I don't know, like underground death metal band, and it started to come up, I was like, oh, this is legit. It's everything. It's the biggest of the biggest, and they've done a pretty good job, depending on the band. Excuse me, having a wider range of music on there. It's everything. It's, you know, I could go on there. I don't know what, put on Skinless or something. Oh, you know, but this was a while ago. So once I could go on Spotify and type in, you know, Eternal Suffering, and boom, there it is. In one fucking click. At the time, I was paying $9.99. Now it's, what's the price monthly, Jay? I think it's $12.99, right? Price.
Yep. $12.
$12. So premium individual is $11.99. So $12 for every record you want. Yeah, dude, worth it. Who was it? It was Netflix. I literally just got done reading this book like last week. The former CEO of Netflix, Mark Rudolph. Like Netflix discovered the subscription model on accident, and he was actually the one that said, someone said do subscriptions to pay monthly, and he said this is not going to work, and guess what, it worked. And he still talks about it, how shocked he was. And this was from he also used to work for a magazine. And he said he felt stupid. Wait, why didn't I apply what I learned from the magazines, like the whole subscription model? Remember that? Yeah, you would subscribe to a magazine, and they just mailed you the magazine monthly. So it always worked, and the subscription model is definitely the way now. It's definitely the way of the future. You know, I pay for I pay for Spotify, Netflix, and YouTube. I do pay for the YouTube. I think is that $9? Is that $9 or is it $5 or $9?
I know it's expensive because I always hesitate to buy it.
Oh, it's $13.99. Okay. Interesting. I mean, it's worth it. You know, there is movies on. Oh, and Amazon. I am part of the machine. Whenever I'm on Amazon, I'm like, should I just unsubscribe to this shit, dude? I feel like it's just sometimes need it, but like it's just not enough to where I could. But I mean, yes, subscribing is just, that is the way of now, and that's the way of the future for a long, long time. A long, long time. And movies are sick. Have you seen Cobra Kai? Yeah. Cobra Kai is sick. On the new one, which we just finished, there's actually going to be a part 3 to it. So they finished part 2. I think there's a part 3 coming. They're playing Polyphia on there. It was sick. I'm pretty sure it has to be Cobra Kai Polyphia. Yeah, so it's true. I'm like, what is this? Oh, this is Polyphia. So it was pretty cool. They're like during their like karate scenes, Polyphia starts playing in the background. It's sick. As I was talking, I'm like, I like podcasts. I love this because I could just rant, say what I want. There's no time limit. I don't have to put it like any kind of form. Well, yeah, Tim's a ripper, dude. Tim is so sick, dude.
A little flamenco style.
Yeah, there's no one like him. I can't think of someone that's like him. And here I am just chugging away. Just doing one chug. All I got was one chug, dude. Hey, but that one chug, it'll get you. Shout out, Tim. I would love to have you on the podcast, man. But yeah, that on Cobra Kai is fucking sick. Really, really sick. Yeah, but I get that was a long rant on Spotify, and you know, I'm guilty of that, man. It's so easy to be jaded, like, or to be out of the loop on things. It's a full time job to know what's going on with the music industry, and I always say, like, whatever I have to do that does not sacrifice my character or integrity or my butthole, that lets me play that until I die, that's what I'm going to do. And it's very easy to become a hater or saying this time was better, this is better. But I found, like, the more research I've done, the more bands I've talked to, the more shows I go to, I'm just being jaded is like a cancer. And once you have it, you're pretty much left for the rest of your life to treat it. And just undoing the old programming. I'm still doing it every day. I'm trying to learn, trying to push myself, talking to young bands, talking to big bands, talking to older bands, the OGs, the new school. It takes a lot of, I mean, I'll be honest, it takes a lot of time. 24/7. It is 24/7. But I think Spotify's, to top it off, I think Spotify is doing a great thing, and the music scene is benefiting from Spotify. Look, I mean, look at Knock Loose, man. Most people probably found out about that band through Spotify, you know. Let's see, we hit Spotify. I think for current events, that's probably it. I have a good closer. So, if you're watching this, it's Monday. It's Monday, December 2nd. Tuesday is my birthday. December 3rd is my birthday. 1985. I'll be turning 39. I know I've been talking that I want to have this big party on Friday. On the 6th, I was going to make it public. But the past week, I got an opportunity to go somewhere, fly somewhere, and to jam, play some chugs. So as life, I'm listening to life, and life is telling me that nope, this is not your year to celebrate anything. You're gonna go somewhere. I'm pretty sure you'll see what's going on. So I will not be having the public gathering. I wonder what I'm gonna do. Well, on Tuesday we are seeing Eddie. We're gonna shoot the Suicide Silence podcast. We're probably going to Ancho's. Ancho's is a restaurant we always talk about in Riverside. So probably doing that. But as far as celebrating, probably very chill. Probably doing nothing. And life's telling me you're going to celebrate when you're 40. So I'll plan it now. Next year, we'll do the big old bash, the old big 4-0. We're going to plan it right now. We'll make a public, big old party. And you're all invited. So it turns out it's not going to be this year, but that's okay. But that is okay. Quick shout out to Metal Injection. They had me jam for a charity on this past weekend. This picture of me of Brandan Schieppati. He's also an OG. Without Bleeding 3, we are not here. We do not exist. So that was fun, rocking, playing. I was in Hollywood. Traffic sucked and the parking sucked. I was driving. I'm like, why am I going here? It sucks. But it was fun. I'm glad I did it. And I also drove to Ernie's birthday. Yeah, I wasn't even in this picture because I left early and went to see Ernie for his birthday. He was somewhere in L.A. I'm all about the Irish goodbye. It's like, why am I going to say bye to everyone? I just hung out with everyone for like a few hours. I mean, we're done talking. So Louis rocked, guitar in a case, left, and drove down the street, which down the street in LA, is a 25-minute drive. Saw Ernie there. Saw some cool friends. I'm glad I went. Good bandmates to show up. But let's see. I'm horrible at this. Check out the merch. Check out the coffee if you're interested. Check out, we're just talking about subscriptions earlier. If you want to get the episodes early, check out our YouTube membership. You get them a day early, sometimes more, 2 days, could be a week earlier, just you never know. So shout out to our members. It's a very affordable price. No YouTube ads for the first or till Monday. So anything else we could throw in there, we're thinking of new things. So yeah, if you're jamming, if you're rocking, if you have a song, send it over and I will listen. It does not have to be heavy. It does not have to be deathcore. It could be new metal. It could be emotional. Kind of want it to be like a uplifting. I feel like this podcast is uplifting, you know. So yeah, any style, or it could be really sad. Fuck it. Whatever you feel might work. We're in the middle of a kind of a little rebrand that we're dropping January 1st. It'd be kind of cool to have a new song by then. Yeah, thank you for listening and watching. Drive safe out there. It's still the holidays. We were saying earlier, it's the holidays. People are driving crazy out there. I don't trust anybody out there. I don't. During this time, no, I don't. Let's see. Who do we have next week? We could talk about it because it's already recorded. It's either going to be Ginger or Kanashi. It's either going to be one of those two. So tune in next week for the guests. And again, thank you for listening and watching. Happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays. We'll see you next week. Later.